Takkar is a year-long test series program with 146 tests. This program is specially designed for UPSC CSE Prelims and Mains exam. It has 4 phases. Phase 1, Pre-cum-Mains test. In Phase 2, we conduct tests exclusively for the Prelims exam. And in Phase 3, we will conduct tests for Mains exam. And in Phase 4, we will help you to prepare for interview through interview guidance program. So why to wait? You can enroll for it now.
Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today I am going to talk about the Takkar test series. Takkar is a year-long integrated test series for UPSC Civil Services Examination. And this Takkar test series is a 4-phase test series where each phase is dedicated for a specific purpose. The phase 1 of the Takkar test series is an integrated phase where tests are conducted for the UPSC Prelims exam and also for the Mains exam. And this phase is generally conducted from the month of July till the month of December. And the phase 2 of the Takkar test series program is especially designed for the UPSC Prelims exam. This phase starts in the month of January and it goes till the month of May. And for the next year, for UPSC CSE 2024, the Prelims exam is going to be conducted in the month of May. Then the phase 3 of the Takkar test series is conducted after the Prelims exam of UPSC CSE. In phase 3, we conduct tests for the UPSC Mains exam. Then we have phase 4. This phase 4 is known as interview guidance program. And in this phase, we are going to help students, right, to prepare for the personality test, to prepare for the interview of UPSC, right? So let us quickly discuss about how many tests do we have in the Takkar test series program. So as part of the Takkar test series program, we have in all 146 tests. And out of these tests, there will be, let's say, 56 tests for the prelims exam. Then there will be 25 dedicated tests for the CSAT paper, which is also known as Civil Services Aptitude Test. Okay, for prelims, there will be GS test and CSAT test. Along with this, for the mains exam, there will be 40 tests in all. And for essay also, we are going to conduct around 4 tests for the essay papers as well. Then there will be many tests that are going to be current affairs based. Okay, so we are going to cover current affairs also through the test. Okay, so there will be around 21 tests for current affairs. And when we talk about phase 1 of the Takkar test series, the phase 1 is an integrated phase wherein we help students to cover the syllabus of UPSC through prelims and mains test. Okay, so you will be able to cover the syllabus of prelims also and the syllabus of mains as well. So what are the features of phase 1 of the Takkar test series? Okay, so in phase 1 there will be in all 82 tests. Okay, 82 tests, and these 82 tests will be divided into different sections. So it will cover the GS prelims, it's going to cover CSAT, and it's also going to cover current affairs. Okay, and we are going to cover mains syllabus also through the test. Okay, so there will be GS mains test, and it will also have essay test, right, as part of phase 1. And then in phase 1 itself, we are going to cover, right, all India prelims mock test. Okay, these are known as AIPMT. So it will have 6 tests in all, 6 tests. So it has 6 tests for GS and 6 tests for CSAT. And these all India prelims mock test is going to be conducted once every month. Okay, it's going to start from the month of from the month of October itself. So we are in the month of October, so it's going to start from the month of October, and from here every month we are going to have 1 test of this nature. Then when we talk about test for the mains exam, right, mains exam in integrated phase, so each test will be covered in such a manner that we are going to cover the GS paper 1 first, then we are going to cover GS paper 2, then we are going to cover GS paper 3, and then GS paper 4. Means when the Takkar test series starts, initially we cover those subjects that are part of GS paper 1 of the mains exam. For example, in mains exam in GS paper 1, we have, let's say, history, we have geography, we have Indian society, we have art and culture. So these sections will be covered in GS paper 1. In GS paper 2, we have Indian polity, constitution, social justice, right? We have international relations, we have governance. So these things will be covered in GS paper 2. Then in GS paper 3, we have, let's say, like Indian economy, we have science and technology, we have disaster management, we have internal security, right? So these areas will be covered in GS paper 3. In GS paper 4, which is known as ethics, integrity and aptitude. So this test, like, there will be many tests, and generally GS paper 4 is taken care of by Ansari sir himself directly, okay? So the test that will be conducted as part of integrated test in Takkar test series. So initially we will cover GS paper 1, then we are going to cover GS paper 2, then we are going to cover GS paper 3, and then GS paper 4. After then, if we talk about how have we categorized these tests, so in each section in GS paper 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right, we have categorized the test into different difficulty levels. For example, initially the test will be of basic nature. After then, we are going to cover tests that are going to be of intermediate nature, means the difficulty level will be of intermediate nature. And after then, we are going to conduct tests that are going to be advanced nature test, okay? And then there will be some specially designed tests, and these tests are going to cover the government schemes, and they are going to cover topics of random nature. Because we know in UPSC prelims exam, UPSC has a knack of asking questions that are random in nature, okay? So those random topics will also be covered through a random test. And as part of the integrated test series, right, we are going to give you self-assessment test also. So these self-assessment tests will be a test of this nature that the questions will be uploaded on the students portal. So you can attempt those tests, you can do a self-assessment before coming and appearing in the actual test, right, that we are going to cover in the classroom over here. Then the faculties are also going to cover subject-wise strategy sessions. For example, if GS paper 1 is going to start, maybe it's, let's say, history. So the faculty of history is going to come, he's going to share with the students how to prepare history. Similarly, for other papers also, respective faculties are going to come. They're going to share their understanding about these papers. They're going to talk with the students. They're going to share the strategy how to prepare those papers. They're going to share the source list from where they need to prepare for UPSC Civil Services exam. So this is how we are going to conduct the phase 1 of the Takkar test series. And if I talk about the phase 2 of the Takkar test series, the phase 2 of the Takkar test series will start in the month of January. And this phase is dedicated for the UPSC prelims exam, because one of the toughest phase of UPSC exam is the prelims exam. So we have the dedicated test. So in phase 2, we will be having prelims specific revision classes, okay? So we are going to cover classes also. We are going to conduct classes where the faculties are going to talk about their subjects. They are going to help the students revise the subjects before they actually attempt the test, okay? So for every subject, be it geography, be it history, be it science and technology, be it economy, be it polity, okay? For every subject, there will be dedicated classes in the classroom. These classes can also be attended by the students in online mode, and these classes will help you to prepare for the prelims exam. So initially we are going to conduct classes, and then we are going to conduct test for you. Then the test will have full length test as well, okay? So we are going to cover full length subject wise test, okay? For example, for every subject, be it science and technology, be it environment and ecology, be it geography, be it history, be it economy, for every subject there will be a subject wise test. So there will be full length 14 tests, okay? 14 tests will be of full length nature. And then we are going to conduct CSAT, okay? CSAT test. And CSAT test will also have CSAT classes, okay? We will cover classes, and then we are going to conduct test also for CSAT. Then we will be having self-assessment test in phase 2 as well, okay? I have already discussed about this thing, self-assessment test. So self-assessment test will be there in phase 2 as well. Then the total test that will be there in phase 2, so they will be of full length nature and of self-assessment nature. So they will be in all 40 full length 40 tests, okay, in phase 2. So after this, let us discuss about what's going to happen in phase 3. what's going to happen after you qualify the prelims exam of UPSC Civil Services. After you qualify the prelims exam, we are going to come up with phase 3 of the Takkar test series. So in phase 3, we conduct tests for the mains exam. Okay. So the phase 3 will have, let's say, like test for each subject. So for GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. So there will be 2 sectional tests each in phase 3. So these 8 tests will cover the syllabus of UPSC. And after you have covered the syllabus, then we are going to conduct mock test. Okay, so mock test for each paper, for GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3 and GS paper 4. For each, let's say, like, each paper there will be one mock test. Okay, there will be one mock test. So in all, there will be 8 sectional tests which is going to cover the syllabus of all the GS papers, and there are going to be 4 let's say full length tests, and these tests will help you to cover the syllabus of the mains exam. Okay, so this is the thing. And if I talk about the interview guidance program, this is the last phase of Takkar test series program, which is phase 4. Once you have qualified the UPSC mains exam also, we are going to help you to prepare for the personality test of UPSC. The personality test is also known as interview of UPSC, and for that we have a dedicated interview guidance program. And so for interview guidance program, we are going to invite the former bureaucrats, the retired officers. Okay, so they are going to conduct interview orientation session for you. Okay, interview orientation session. Then after you have attended the interview orientation session, we are going to conduct a class which is known as detailed application form 2 analysis. So in DAF 2 session, the former bureaucrats are going to share how to prepare, right? How to prepare your DAF properly, so that how to fill the detailed application form properly, and how to prepare topics from the detailed application form. Okay, so the after that is done, so we are going to have mock interviews for you, and these mock interviews are headed by, let's say, former bureaucrats. In the mock interview board, we will be having former bureaucrats, we are going to have the academicians, we are going to have retired military officials, and we are going to have media persons in the mock interview board. After then, let's say DAF analysis will be done and mock interviews will be conducted for you. Okay, so this interview guidance program is a holistic program for you, so that you can prepare for the UPSC personality test in a thorough manner, right, with proper guidance from the respective members. And if I talk about how the Takkar test series has performed so far, if I want to give you some examples, so like, let's say, like, this is UPSC CSE Prelims exam question paper set 1. From set 1, let's say they have asked a question from election of the President of India, the manner in which the election of the President of India is conducted. On this, like, there has been a UPSC prelims question in CSE 2023. And from our Takkar test series, in phase 1 itself, we have asked a question on the same topic, the election of the President of India. Okay, so same topic, like, we have asked question. You can check, right? You can pause the video and check the wordings of the question also. They highly match, right? Apart from this, in phase 2, in polity test 2, we have asked another question, right? Consider the following statements. The President of India does not enjoy qualified veto. So it talks about the powers of the President of India. Okay, so we have asked multiple questions that exactly match with the, let's say, nature of the questions that UPSC is asking in the prelims exam. Apart from this, I'll share another example with you. This is also from the polity section. So this is UPSC prelims exam question. It says, consider the following organizations or bodies in India. They have talked about National Commission for Backward Classes, National Human Rights Commission, National Law Commission, National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, etc. So here, let's say, like, on the right side, we have a question. In this question, they have talked about the Constitutional Amendment Act. So in the Constitutional Amendment Act, there is a mention of these commissions. For example, in the explanation, we have included National Commission for Backward Classes, NCBC, and other commissions. Then there is another question in our test itself that says, consider the following statutory bodies: Competition Commission of India, University Grants Commission, Law Commission of India, National Commission for Minority Educational Institutions, like that. So they highly correlate with the nature of questions that UPSC is asking. And the discussion that the faculties take, in those discussions, the faculty also shares about the, let's say, like, about the strategy how you can attempt these questions in the UPSC exam. Then I have another question for you. You see, this question is from art and culture section or from history section. You can read. It says, with reference to ancient India, consider the following statements. They have given, the question is related to Buddhism. Okay, they have asked about stupa in Buddhism. So it is UPSC Prelims exam. Now, this is a question that has been asked in our test series. It says, which of the following represents features of stupa architecture during its initial stage? Okay, stupa architecture. So stupas are associated with Buddhism. So here they have asked about type of stupa in detail. Like inside the stupa, the components they have asked, like Chhatri, Medhi, Harmika, Torana. Okay, means like, if you talk about the structure of the stupa. So there we find, let's say, like, some of these features. So the questions that are asked over here, they are highly relevant with what UPSC is actually asking. Then we have another question. This question, I mean, like, can be related with polity, can be related with economy as well. It talks about, let's say, consider the following statements: demographic performance, forest and ecology, governance reforms, stable government, tax and fiscal efforts. So these are related to a finance commission. Okay, these topics are related to a finance commission. So here on the right side, it is a Lukmaan IAS test question, Takkar test. It says the 15th Finance Commission adopted new parameters for addressing the horizontal disparity between the states in the wake of adoption of population census. Okay, so they have talked about income, distance, area, demographic performance, tax effort, like that. Okay, so it is from the same topic. Okay, the 15th Finance Commission of India. So if you have attempted this test in Lukmaan IAS, for you it is very simple, very easy to attempt a question in UPSC exam. Okay, so that's what is the nature of questions that we asked in UPSC. Then we have another question. It says, in essence, what does due process of law mean? Okay, so this is a conceptual question from polity section, and this is UPSC question. It says, so this is Lukmaan IAS question. It says, natural justice is mainly premised on which of the following principles? Okay, so it says like fairness, natural justice. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so the questions that we are asking in our test series, these questions are highly relevant to the questions that UPSC is asking in the UPSC Prelims exam and also in the mains exam. And recently our faculties have done an analysis of UPSC mains exam from 2013 onward. For that we have created separate videos. You can go through those videos to understand about the nature of questions and quality of questions that UPSC is asking, and also how they are related with the questions that Lukmaan IAS is asking in its test series. So I hope you will find this video to be very informative for taking a decision related to joining the Takkar test series. And if you need any further assistance, further information, you can directly contact our reception team. The contact details will be shared in the video also. And if you need further assistance, we are always there for you. Thank you so much for attending this video. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.